Welcome to an introduction of the ASCA National Model. The ASCA National Model is a framework for comprehensive school counseling programs from the American School Counselor Association. Wake County Public Schools fully implements the National Model in our counseling department. For more information on any part of the model discussed today, please visit the video tutorial section in the K-12 Counseling Canvas site. The ASCA National Model is more than a set of paperwork. The model was designed to guide school counselors' work so that they are an integral part of students' daily educational environment. The fundamental question of the National Model is, how are students different as a result of what school counselors do? ASCA National Model is comprehensive, data-driven, and ensures equitable access to a rigorous education for all students. The school counseling program demonstrates leadership, advocacy, and collaboration in order to effect systemic change. These four themes are embedded in the national model and are a part of the North Carolina Professional School Counselor Standards. The national model framework includes four major components: foundation, management, delivery, and accountability. In the foundation, the school counseling team identifies the focus of their program. This begins by identifying personal beliefs that address how all students benefit from the program. Building on these beliefs, the counselors create a vision statement defining the future outcomes for their students. In addition, the school counselors create a mission statement aligned with their school's mission and develop annual program goals that focus the work of the department for the year. The curriculum for the school counseling program is delivered through the ASCA Mindsets and Behaviors K-12 College and Career Readiness Standards for every student, describing the knowledge, skills, and attitudes students need to achieve. The mindsets include 6 attitudes or beliefs that students have about themselves in relation to academic work and are exhibited in the behavior standards. The 29 behavior standards are commonly associated with being a successful student and can be identified in all 3 domains: social, emotional, career, and academic. Finally, ASCA has a set of professional competencies or skills that ensure school counselors are equipped to meet the rigorous demands of the profession. I have linked to the competencies in the resources section of the ASCA National Model tutorial page. In the second component of the National Model framework, we have management. Management focuses on incorporating organizational tools that are concrete, clearly delineated, and reflective of the school's needs. Basically, this is how your program keeps track of the work of the school counselors and ensures that you achieve your program goals. ASCA has a variety of assessments and tools for you to use. The School Counselor Competency and School Counseling Program Assessments are self-assessments designed to pinpoint areas of strength and need for an individual counselor or program activities. The Use of Time Assessment is used to check the counselor's time against the categories of direct and indirect service and system support. The use of time is not intended to be used daily, but rather as a check-in occasionally through the school year. Annual agreements are a tool to be used in your initial discussion with your administrator. Typically, we recommend that you bring your annual agreement to your PDP meeting at the beginning of the year. You can discuss your program goals, use of time, and the responsibilities that are assigned to each counselor. The conversation is a great time to advocate for the work that you do and to make sure that you and your administrator are on the same page about the focus of the school counseling program. Finally, the Advisory Council is a group of stakeholders who give feedback and support to the school counseling program. The Advisory Council meets 2 times per year and discusses program goals, programming, and the needs of the school. The school counselors take the feedback of the Advisory Council to guide their work. Management also incorporates the planning tools for the counseling program. Action plans for curriculum, small group, and closing the gap are created in order to plan the scope and sequence of the program as a whole. Plans include developmental prevention and intervention activities and services that measure the desired student competencies and the impact on achievement, behavior, and attendance. Curriculum plans should include all lessons or activities that are provided to all students in a certain grade or set of grades. Small group plans include all groups planned for the year. Closing the gap plans are designed to implement interventions that will close the achievement gap for a targeted group of students. In the annual calendar, the counseling team outlines the program events and activities to share with stakeholders. Calendars provide structure to the total program and ensure it is comprehensive, feasible, and timely. While weekly calendars require some flexibility to allow for crisis and immediate student needs, it is important to plan and schedule activities in advance. In our third component of the ASCA National Model framework, we have delivery. The school counselor's time can be divided into three categories: direct services, indirect services, and system support. In North Carolina, law states that school counselors shall spend at least 80% of their time in direct and indirect services to students and may not be assigned as testing coordinators. The counseling department, or counselor if solo, uses the ASCA National Model framework to ensure that their time is spent most effectively for the needs of their students. Delivery focuses on the services provided to students, parents, school staff, and community. In direct services, counselors work with students directly through core curriculum, individual student planning, and responsive services. Core curriculum includes structured lessons founded in the mindset and behavior standards. These lessons may be taught by the school counselor or be created in collaboration with the school counselor but taught by a teacher. Individual student planning are activities designed to assist students in establishing personal goals and develop future plans. Goals may be centered in social, emotional, academic, or career domains. In responsive services, counselors work with students to meet their immediate needs and concerns in individual or small group settings or crisis response. Indirect services are provided on behalf of a student and include consultation and collaboration with teachers and/or parents, referral to outside agencies, and work with community organizations. Accountability is the last component of the ASCA National Model framework and focuses on demonstrating the effectiveness of the school counseling program in measurable terms. School counselors analyze school and program data to determine how students are different as a result of the school counseling program. All accountability measures are founded on the core components of student achievement, attendance, or behavior. Counselors are encouraged to share their accountability measures with all stakeholders. Remember that accountability is not necessarily an assessment of job performance, but of the strategies and tools used by the program to impact students. So why the national model? Many counselors ask why they should spend time working on paperwork when they could be working with students. Let's start with the why first. The national model helps you to work smarter for better results. By using data, you ensure that your work is going toward the right place. If you've ever felt like a hamster in a wheel making a lot of effort but not really going anywhere, the national model can help. When I began my career, I left my first national model training ready to give up. Now I can't imagine planning a program without it. Once you begin to use the national model as a framework to organize your program, you won't go back. Let's talk about the paperwork. The ASCA National Model has a variety of templates and plans to help you organize your program. In our district, we ask that school counselors turn in these plans annually for feedback. Sometimes the paperwork can get in the way of the real work when we treat it as a separate task. In reality, the templates and plans really are tools that can be used in your natural workflow. Plan your classroom lessons using the curriculum plan and your group lessons on the group plan. Think ahead of time about what type of data you want to collect so that you don't waste time collecting so much data you don't have time to use it meaningfully. Start small. Don't expect to fully implement the national model the first year. Think about the area that you would most like to improve, for instance, groups or class lessons, and focus your efforts there to really implement the national model framework in that one area. As you move forward, you can add more. Finally, if you work on a team of counselors, remember that this is a group effort. If you work solo, find other support within your building, like social workers or psychologists, or within the district. With planning, effort, and patience, you can implement or expand the national model in your school counseling program, and your students will be the better for it.